And then there are even universal beliefs. So there was a universal belief in the world that it was not possible for man, and it would have been man at that time because women would not have been running the 4-minute mile. That was not possible for a man to run the 4-minute mile. It just couldn't happen. A mile in 4 minutes, not going to happen. And that belief held true until the 6th of May, 1954. It was an unbreakable barrier. They thought that, you know, somebody might spontaneously combust, etc. If they were to run that fast. A human being couldn't run at that speed until Roger Bannister and his team. Because what I didn't know until this week, I do like to learn something new every day. When I was putting this together, I was like, see that, I wonder if there's footage of that, because of course I hear about it all the time. And I went and watched the old archive BBC footage, and Roger Bannister is running with 2 other people. So he's got 2 wingmen. One of them leads the charge and sets the pace. We see this now in you know, marathons, etc., at the Olympics, at all that sort of stuff, long distance running. There's often coordination. They do a similar thing in Formula One, but it's much faster in terms of how they go around them. But you have someone who sets the pace and keeps it all going. Then you've got someone who's in the rear keeping you going. So Roger Bannister started as 3rd. Then he's in the middle. He's got a pacemaker. And then eventually, when it gets to that critical point where they could beat the clock, both of those people fall away and Roger Bannister takes it home. But in all the news stories, I've only ever seen Roger. I didn't realize there was a team of 3 of them who made that happen. Within 6 weeks, someone in Australia, the other side of the world, someone called John Lundy, he lowered the record and so he took another second off that 4-minute mile. But until the 6th of May, 1954, nobody had ever done it or even come close, because the prevailing universal belief was it's not possible. So one of my favorite things, I'm even laughing now, so I'm like, oh God, I hear it so often. One of the favorite things, I call it my other brain, because there's my Marilyn chatty analytical brain, and then there's my other brain. And my other brain is often the things that comes up behind many of the programs that some of you have taken part in over the years. And I thank you very much for that. My other brain is like, oh, that's interesting. What would happen if? Another of the questions, and this is a question that came to me in October 2000 when I was just getting over the fear of public speaking, and, you know, just coming out the other side of the tunnel with the limiting beliefs and the negative emotions, the fear and all that sort of stuff. I had the thought in October 2000, I was like, wow, I could be a coach and a therapist, maybe even a speaker, a trainer. And immediately the little nagging voice, the little put down voice basically said, who are you to be a coach? Who are you to be a speaker? Who are you to? And it just started off. Immediately, my other brain came straight in, quick as a flash, and said, who are you not to? I was like, oh, who am I not to? I couldn't answer that question. The only answer to the question at that point was go and do it. So my kind of beliefs in that moment just flipped and switched. But I'd had a prevailing belief right up until the age of 32 that there were things it was just not possible for me to do. And one of the things I believed, now this is just my belief, so I'm going to say I believe to be true, just in the way I've experienced the world at the moment, is that it's not necessarily a one and done. Because as we move forwards, as we grow, as we evolve, we might hit particular boundaries and barriers, some of which they're unconscious. We don't even know they are there until we get close to them. And that might bring up a whole new set of beliefs that were just bubbling under the surface that you might want to, I was going to say face off with, but you might want to examine and go, oh, does it have to be that way? According to who? So that's the thing we really want to look at. Some of the common limiting beliefs: I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not capable enough. I'm not clever enough. I will never be successful. I can't make money or be wealthy. And if you've got these beliefs running, they often let you go so far But when it gets to the point, let's just say, for example, where I might have been invited to speak at something, to say something, to make a contribution, I'd be like, oh no, I'm not clever enough to do that. Oh no, I'm not good enough to do that. Oh no, you don't want little old me doing that with the not worthy. And you can just kind of talk yourself out of it. So with regards to the common limiting beliefs, one of the easiest things you can do with them